Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Celestial Farm Girl here. I'm so happy to be here with you today. Things are getting better in my life, so hopefully I'll get to be here with you guys more often. I surely hope so. Meanwhile, we're going to be here to do a creator's view. Today is Friday the 2nd of August already, right? Yeah, and the moon is full-blown in Cancer. Cancer 2 days in a row, right? So I thought, you know what, I'm going to pull an Archetype card because I like to study the archetype before we go into it, see what the overall energy is. And I pulled the Queen, which, you know, the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Love, you know, the ruby, the gem, the jewel, the Queen. Now, whether you're a divine masculine or a divine feminine, if you're divine, you have combined your masculine and your feminine, and you work from both sides, the Queen, right? And the King. You live out of both energies through balance and such as that. So I'm going to read the Queen card to you guys. Very interesting, really. This is talking to somebody that's single and waiting. We could say a gentleman or lady in waiting, right? Waiting for the right one, because this Queen, you know, the true Queen, don't accept nothing but what that is right for her. She's had enough experience that she knows, and not only that, she's a star, 11, which is the house of Aquarius, right? And she is portrayed as a star as she's pouring out her emotions into the emotions of the collective and transmuting them into something better, you know, right? Because here's the story. The Queen is the Empress, the Mother Queen, the Sovereign. She's the Queen of Queens, right? The Queen of Queens. Like her counterpart, the King, the Queen has a dualistic nature. Either she presides over the realm with grace and eloquence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into petty, contemptuous moods, casting a shadow across the land. So we have the good Queen and the evil Queen, right? If the King is the ego, listen very carefully to this. If the King is the ego, the Queen is the expression of that ego into the world. She's the lotus bloom, the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection. When the Queen is seated in her rightful and righteous place, she is patient and forgiving. She waits for the grace of God and Goddess to move through her. Striving and grasping for nothing, to be the benevolent leader, to embody the Queen is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. The royal Queen fears nothing, for divinity itself cradles her heart. What is this saying? It's inherent to be your own leader, your own boss, your own queen, right? It's a divine feminine nature is a little different than the divine masculine nature. Our job is nurturing and loving and expressing, right? And so we settle. Let's see, let's go here. Read Cleopatra's monologue in Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra, Act 5, Scene 1. Then read about Inanna, Tara, and Hera. The embodiment of grace, courage, resolve, stillness. That's when you're in the light. And when dark, vain, wrathful, self-righteous, demanding. Yes. The Queen does not accept the hand of a prince, but claims the throne, knowing the King draws near. She is a magnet for the fully embodied masculine and entertains nothing less. So this pertains to the king or queen, divine masculine, divine feminine, who is single and who is at this point in the knowledge that they are a divine being and are actually waiting on their counterpart, another divine being. And what this is saying, you do not have to chase. Do not chase. It's on its way to you. That what you have asked the universe for. If anybody has asked the universe for a companion, if anybody has asked the universe to find a suitable mate that, you know, is compatible for a lifelong relationship, this is what this is the embodiment of. And nothing less will do. I'm so proud of that there is possibly other people out there who are just waiting for the right one and in no hurry to get there, willing to take their time to make sure that, you know, what they bring into their life will be like fertilizer and help things bloom and become better from both sides and both points of view. So this is kind of a romantic reading, I guess you could say, in a way, because again, this is about some people, women or men, who are divine masculine stars, who are gentle, kind, loving, compassionate people, and wanting to meet the other, you know, trustworthy people, wanting to meet that other that's going to bring out the best in them. And I think that's beautiful. You know, very few people probably will this resonate with, but this is the card I pulled when I asked Divine, you know, what would we talk about? And so maybe this is to, you know, kind of remind people of the relationships of old, which, you know, it's been a rough road for relationships. Divorces are pretty high, and, you know, most children don't have their parents that stay together. There's always some kind of split or something happening, something going on. It's really, 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 really sad. We want to teach our daughters and our sons to protect and watch their heart, that love is an emotion, right? And so is a bunch of other feelings. We want our children to know that the heart can get broken, and that we want to be assured that those that we, you know, decide to bring into our lives that are on the same page, right? Everybody's on the same page. You know, if there's going to be truth and honesty and singularity, and the two are going to come together and make one, then that should be an agreement between both people. And if they decide to be swingers or singles while they're together, or to date other people or whatever, that should be agreed between the two people, so that everybody has a chance and an opportunity to be in the relationship that they're looking for. That's why talking is very important, to be able to talk about how you feel, what you think, what you expect. You know, it's about being authentic, right? Because if you're going to get with somebody, maybe somebody out there is getting with somebody, so, you know, are they, you know, what you expect, what you thought, what you wanted, right? And we shouldn't settle for no less than what we want. I mean, really, you know, I guess you could call me the relationship queen. In my lifetime, since I started having, you know, the mature adult relationship at 15, married 5 times, I have learned a lot. I made a lot of mistakes. I also was prone to others who made lots of mistakes. It's just a part of the crowd, right? You know, you grow up in a certain crowd or a certain crew, And these are the people that you're going to meet and be drawn to, right? So it's really hard to break out of that crowd. Such as me, I wanted to break out of the crowd that I was in, and I guess you could say I wanted to marry up. I wanted to move up the ladder. I did not want to stay where I was, and I'm attracted to intelligence. So, you know, most people will hardly get a second glance if they're not, you know, if they can't have a conversation with me and we can, you know, talk about things. You know, it doesn't matter. I can usually talk about anything and hold a conversation. And so I like to see, you know, what's in people's minds, what's in their hearts, what's in their feelings before I go much further even into a friendship. And this is because I like to guard my energy. I like to make sure ain't nobody shysting me around. I'm very protective and maybe even a little defensive of my territory and neighborhood, because I just do not want to allow in any of the old past energies that I knew, and I won't either. So this is about the queen, and she settles for nothing less than a king or an emperor. She's the empress. She's the queen of hearts and the queen of love, and she got the love, baby. She got the love. So God is telling you, you got the love, whether you're a male or a female. And you should hold on to that love and wait for that special one that's coming along that will be there, that I don't know, that you're compatible with, I guess. To take the time to find out, you know, if things will be as you think, because the king and the queen are equal in every way, and his strength will be reflected in her. Yeah, that's right. Whoever he is, she will express that. That's what we do. We're like the moon, right? And you guys are the sun, so whatever you shine at us, we express back to you. So this is really kind of a message also of before you blame the wife, look deep inside yourself. Before you blame your divine feminine for the things that are going on in your life or how she's reacting, it could be a reflection of you, of the divine masculine or the masculine. I mean, it just said that. It said if the, you know, the divine masculine has an ego that's not very well, she will reflect a dark shadow across the land. That's why it's so important for us divine feminines to make sure that we find somebody that makes us happy, smile, you know, look forward to, intelligent, responsible, accountable, because these are things that help us to keep our boat steady, right? Without tipping us over either way, because, or I guess for those of us who expect these kind of things, I don't know, maybe nobody expects these things anymore, but I still do. You know, will I find it in this lifetime? I have no idea. But I'll never stop looking. And I think in every lifetime, I have been looking to create a relationship that could be blessed by the universe. An example of something that's achievable just through truth and righteousness, just for doing the right thing for the right reasons, just for being, you know, honest with each other, authentic with each other, nothing extraordinary. I'm not talking about gowns and crowns. I'm talking about, you know, having a heart capable of recognizing the beauty in another. You know, those hearts are far and few in between. But one thing I know, if you do have a heart like that, remember you're a reflector. And whatever you're reflecting is the inner world of that which you are with, your mate, your spouse. So if you're reflecting beauty, then you know your spouse is beautiful. And if you're reflecting chaos, then you know your spouse is probably, going through it. What can I say? That's the truth. So what do we do? I'm not sure. What is all this about? Those words just came out, and I can attain to that. I was an example of that. Yeah, I was blinded to it. I didn't know it for a long time. I thought, what in the world is wrong with me? But I was reflecting something ugly. It hated me, but it didn't have the guts to tell me. It wanted to see me, it didn't like that I wanted to be happy. I call it an it because it's not human. Humans want each other to be happy. And, what I was reflecting was something that was dark and miserable. I had my eyes closed to it for a long, long time. So if you're, very unhappy and, your life is kind of chaotic, who are you reflecting if you're on the divine feminine side? And divine masculine, if you're in your divine feminine and they're in their divine masculine as a feminine, then you will reflect her. Because, the roles can be reversed. And if you ask yourself sometimes, wow, where'd that come from? Or why am I acting like this? Or why do I feel that way? Maybe you're in your empathic nature and you are reflecting that which is being reflected to you. It's always good to explore and reflect on ourselves to see if the energy we're in is even ours. I have found that sometimes, if people think about you well, you'll get good energy. If people think about you evil, you might feel that coming on you and, feel a little bit uck about yourself. Because, people project and send energy out. And they want that energy to encompass you and take you over. And when you begin to feel this energy and even question, wow, where'd that come from? Like yesterday you loved everything in the whole wide world and it was a beautiful place and you feel like you're growing and doing the right thing. And then the next day you're like, you hate everything. And so I've had this happen to me. And I'm like, is that my energy? I'll question myself. And then I'll actually reflect on that energy. There we go. This is the mind reflecting. Look at her looking inside her brain. I have to look inside and ask myself questions. Well, now, why would I feel this way? And blah, 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 blah. And eventually I come to the conclusion that this energy isn't mine. Because this isn't how I feel about life. This isn't how I think about people. That this energy needs to go back to whomever sent it to me. Somebody don't like me? Okay, that's all right. That's all right. I don't mind that. Everybody has their own taste. I'm not everybody's taste, and some people might not like me, and that's okay too. But any energy that comes to me and I feel like it's not my energy and I'm going to go in and question it, and I realize it's not my energy, I do have the chi and the knowledge of chi to gather that energy up and send it back to sender, a return to sender. I also like the times if I can, and I also like to put Einstein's E equals mc squared of the quantum field and pressure and power behind it. Yeah, so a good lesson comes out of that, right? And the universe only does these things for those who are in defense, right? Yes, if we're defending ourselves against people who send spell work and wish to cause darkness and confusion in the lives of the light workers, then they need a good dose of their own medicine, because we're all about love, and we reflect back what is reflected to us. We can't even but help but send it back with extra power behind it, the power of the universe, E equals MC squared. We can't help it. It's our nature to mirror that which is mirrored at us. So it's a defense mechanism that God gave his children as they're walking upon the planet at this time, because a lot of evil darkness does get sent to the light workers, and they don't even have to know who the light worker is, because they sent it out through the collective along the ley lines and the lines that connect us all. This is like a giant spider web, and we're just flies in the web. Yeah, the minute our consciousness lights up, the web lights up. They know that we're here. The minute we awaken, the people that work behind the curtain, the ones we never hear their name, and we never will, even those richer than the rich, the powerful, yeah, the council, once they know that we're out here, and they too are aliens and gods and souls who have been trying to take over this world for thousands of years. But we have to be fearless. Just like the queen, she's not afraid. She sits on her throne and she waits for the emperor to show up. Meanwhile, she rules the kingdom. Whether it's your house, whether it's your neighborhood, whether it's your job. I'm not talking about ruling the people. Ruling yourself and your kingdom, the things that you love, the things that you want to see prosper in your life, the things that bring you happiness and joy. You continue to manage your life in a way as if you are a queen and you're royal and sovereign, and you deserve beautiful things and beautiful and meaningful experiences. And as you wait, the universe knows that your order is put in, and what you desire will be coming to you. Because why? Because you're the queen. Whether you're male or female, we all have the divine feminine. What does the divine feminine do? She doesn't chase. She doesn't chase anything. She doesn't chase. The divine feminine. That's in all of us. Divine masculine, divine feminine. The divine masculine chases and takes action. He's always looking for something, if he's in as a divine masculine. If he's balanced, he may go around looking here and there, but if he's waiting in his divine feminine and taking in the environment around and watching and looking for that perfect one, it will show up. It always does. Yeah. Duality. Compatibility, communication, working together. This is a card about beautiful relationships, friendships, being capable of encouraging one another, building one another up, helping the other to be more creative, to be more passionate, to be more loving, each one giving to the other, using their nurturing side, the divine feminine, whether they're masculine or feminine. Even feminines switch into their masculine sometimes when they need to take action and do something. They can't sit around and wait. They have to get up and take control. They got to take action. But the divine feminine, she waits. And you'll never know if she's stressed or not, because she just keeps on smiling and keeps on shining. She keeps on moving forward. She's not going to let, and this is for masculine and feminine, but your divine feminine, is royal and sovereign. And she isn't going to let broken hearts or confusion or chaos interrupt her life. She will exclude it. She will exit out, because you can't build a foundation on chaos or confusion or with somebody that brings out the worst in you. Six of fire, victory. You cannot build an empire if you are with someone that brings out the worst in you. In order to build an empire and create a new world and a new life, there must be compatibility and a place where you can come together with another, or even your own self, where your divine masculine, your divine feminine come together and make an agreement that, you know, you're going to move forward in a way that will bring peace and, what comes with peace? A little bit of joy, a little bit of depression, a little bit of rest. I mean, peace is peace. It doesn't mean exactly peace, right? In order to get to peace, we have to sometimes fight our own battles within ourselves. Things that, we haven't wanted to look at. If we don't look at them and resolve them with ourselves, even as much as saying, yeah, you have to agree it happened, first off. My first thing whenever I go through trauma is to make sure I get in there and understand what happened, how it happened, why it happened, how it could have went another way, what I could have done to do something different. I literally go in and go through every single incident in my mind so that I can come out in victory, clean, clear, understanding exactly what I've been through, whether I want to go through it again or not, how I'm going to move forward, and what I'm going to watch for as far as warning me what not to do. From my past experiences, I will use those as a roadmap into my future, because I'm heading to victory. That's right, I'm the queen. I'm sitting on my seat. And I advise you guys too, don't make any hasty decisions. If you've put out an order to the universe for love, well, it's a journey to find it. Because the things that this queen wants, there are only 1 in a million that's going to be like that. So, the dream may have to live on as we pass through this world, come back in the next, right? But at least now we know what we want. At least now we're beginning our journey and we know what we're looking for. And so, with that being said, we all understand that we will get exactly what we are looking for, right? Because it's already, it's already built in. And it doesn't matter what you're looking for as long as you're happy once you find it. I, myself, peace, a loving environment, the ability to laugh and play without feeling like an idiot. To me, that's what I was looking for. Just to be me. Just to be me. Because even though, we grow and we age, we should never let our child grow in age. We should keep it young, happy, joyful, running about the place, but at the same time capable of going deep within, reflecting on every adventure, every event, everything that we've ever been through, and to resolve those things so that we can be free to enjoy the things that come to us in a day-to-day basis, right? Because And then what life is, to enjoy day by day. So we leave the past in the past. We resolve it and leave it there. And then we wake up each day and move forward in this new life. There we go. 10 of Pentacles and 7 of Pentacles. We work for it. We meditate. Look at her. She loves herself. We have to love ourselves for flaws and everything. In the beginning, we love ourselves even in spite of our flaws. We feel even though we have flaws, we deserve better. We're worthy of better. Our flaws came with us as a package. That's what self-development means. You work on your flaws as you go, and you develop yourself into something that you love and appreciate that was better when you thought you were flawed. You're not flawed as the thing goes. You just haven't learned what you need to learn to feel better about who you are. And who are you? You're a divine spirit soul on an adventure on this planet in a human body, which you don't remember. But it's not hard if you reflect. To reflect on who you are. How much you love being who you are. How much you appreciate being on this planet and experiencing the things you're experiencing. When you begin to love your life and your experience regardless whether it's all good or all bad. You gotta start somewhere. You know, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta be grateful. Find one thing every day to be grateful for and notice the difference in your energy. Find something one day, every day to be grateful for. It'll change your energy. And eventually, man, I'm grateful for trees and grateful for puppies and I'm grateful for flowers and grateful for the sky. I'm just grateful to feel and know that I'm alive. Sometimes that's enough, isn't it? It's all about our union with ourselves. And if we can make a union with ourselves and appreciate who we are, then we're probably ready to appreciate others. But the trick is we have to wait for the right one. We don't take anything very quickly, and we never take nothing at face value, because we must guard our life, our energy, our perception, especially if we're already happy, right? If we're already happy, we want to stay happy. And I love you guys. This is Creator's View. This is, about growth, self-development, and finding your king and queen within you and your sovereignty. Yeah, your love of self. You're right. You're right to love yourself and appreciate yourself for who you are. To be comfortable within self. To just be happy. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I love you guys. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.